Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new day of Road to TCG World 2017. Now Utah Regionals just happened and we did see quite a few of the familiar faces. There were a few surprises here and there. I would say at maximum 3 decks were a bit surprising to see, at least in top cut of day 2, or rather making day 2. Now as I'm recording this, day 2 is being played out. So I don't know what decks exactly made top 8, but I do know, however, that my good friend Tyler Ninomura is playing Gyarados, and as I'm recording this, he's sitting at 28 points. So if he wins his last round, he will make it into top cut. And I mean, choosing to run Gyarados is a pretty brave move, honestly, with the Decidueye Valplum being as popular as it is. I seem to recall there were 7 Decidueye Valplum that made top cut, and a Decidueye Umbreon that also made top cut, or it was Umbreon Valplum. Not entirely sure, but either of those decks would probably give, or will surely give, Gyarados a ton of trouble. So I don't know how popular Decidueye was on day 1, but quite a few made it through. So yeah, I mean, Gyarados is a risky choice in the sense that it does lose to that deck, which seems to be very popular and regarded as one of the best in the format, including by myself. But against anything else, you do have a really good chance. Gyarados trades really well with any EX deck. It doesn't require that much setup. Pricing a Magikarp can get tricky, but there are ways around it. And you do have Kukui to increase your damage output, to hit those extra special numbers. You have Teammates to make sure you have what you need whenever you need it. You can incorporate Enhanced Hammer now in order to combat Giratina, and there's also the Lucky Helmet consistency you get to make sure that you're not too bothered by N. And Tyler is even running a 1/1 Octillery line and 1 Shaymin. So all of those factors do contribute to the deck's success. I'm really glad to see him do well. He's been pretty consistent this season, and he seems to be on a roll now. He's made 2 day 2s in back to back at, I believe, Portland and now Utah. So yeah, props to him, and let's go into the list really quickly, shall we? It's been a while since we featured Gyarados. We do have the 4-3 Gyarados line. Gyarados does allow you, with its Theta double trait, does allow you to attach 2 Pokemon tool cards. Sorry, to attach 2 Pokemon tool cards to Gyarados, so you can attach potentially 2 Lucky Helmets, so that whenever Gyarados takes damage or gets knocked out, you get up to 4 cards, which is pretty nice. But the main thing for Gyarados is the full retaliation attack. 30 damage plus 30 more damage for each damage counter on each of your benched Magikarp. So you combine the Gyarados, or rather the Magikarps, with the Team Magma secret base, and you get 210 damage. Now 210 knocks out almost all of the popular Fighting Fury belted basic EXs, or even the Mega Pokemon, such as Yveltal, such as Mega Mewtwo, such as Mega Gardevoir. Mega Rayquaza is out of range with 220 HP. The Decidueye is out of range with 240 HP. But for anything that's not the Decidueye, you do have a Professor Kukui in the deck, so you can hit those numbers. Darkrai EX can get tricky as well because of the Fighting Fury belt, but you have the Professor Kukui, and even if you're trading 2 Gyarados for 1 EX, that's still an even trade-off. And with a Super Rod, with 4 Puzzle of Time, and with 4 Buddy-Buddy Rescue, it's generally relatively simple to recycle your Gyarados, so you really shouldn't struggle too much with that. Aside from that, we do have the 2 teammates to make sure we get the right cards for what we need to do, and we have a bunch of utility cards. The Special Charge, the Enhanced Hammer I was talking about, the Town Map, the Escape Rope, the Float Stone, and all of those you can recycle with the Puzzle of Time. The only minor thing I would personally want or to change from this list is the one Lysandre. One Lysandre feels really awkward to me. I definitely think you could sacrifice potentially a Trainer's Mail for the second Lysandre. Just Lysandre can definitely help you in situations where you prize a Magikarp and you're not hitting your maximum damage output, and therefore you want to target something easier, something like a Shaymin-EX on the bench or something like that, so that you can draw your prizes and try to free up the one Magikarp. So that would be my only issue with the deck, but aside from that, it's pretty good. Before the Decidueye, I think this deck lost a ton of steam because Gyarados is really easy to deck against with like a Spinda. If you put in a Spinda or an Absol, Gyarados starts doing really badly. But if there's no Gyarados in your area and you play like people are not running those cards, then you're pretty good to go, because you can knock out everything in one hit with a non-EX, and you really can't ask for much more in the current format. So having said that, let's jump into the games and let's try out my friend's Tyler Gyarados list and we'll see how it goes. As long as we don't run into the Decidueye, which we seem to have done so just now, we should be good against pretty much any other deck. If it is the Decidueye, we'll probably end up losing or conceding really quickly, honestly. Wow. Well, with this hand, it doesn't even matter what we would be up against. It is the Decidueye Vileplume. So I'm actually, with our current hand and the matchup, I'm just gonna concede. There's no reason, honestly. Like in a tournament, you might get lucky and dunk twice, but that's very unlikely. Hitting 2 dead draws on an opponent in a best of 3 is just impossible, or not impossible, but so unlikely that you should never count on it to win a matchup, obviously. So yeah, might as well try to play a game where we can actually showcase the deck more. Our hands are not cooperating, definitely. But we'll see. We'll try to manage. We do see an Eevee. So I did see grass. And it might be a Decidueye deck. A Decidueye Evolutions? Although, well, I didn't see Dark or Psychic. Yeah, okay. It's one other Decidueye. This is probably Decidueye Espion with Umbreon and with Jolteon and Vaporeon decks. Yes, it is. This is not good though. This is so not good. Divide GX is also really good. My opponent does Enos, so we can trade with the Espions. We just have to be really, really careful. And sure, the Decidueyes do. Okay, no Magikarp priced, which is good. No Magikarp are priced. The Decidueyes can knock you out easily. Divide GX is also pretty powerful against this deck, for sure. But we'll try. This is more manageable than a Vileplume item locking deck. Unfortunately though, two Sycamore are priced, 1 DCE, 1 Stadium, and 1 Trainer's Mail. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I have a really good hand, because I could get all my Magikarps out. So a lot is going to depend on the Puzzle of Time. I think I'm gonna hold my hand for now. I'm gonna play the Puzzle of Time and try to see if I can top deck something good. Not really. Well, I'll keep the Trainer's Mail, and that way I can find Octillery and then use Trainer's Mail. And I will just pass here. I might lose the Carp, I might lose the Remoraid. Hopefully I don't lose the Remoraid though. Well, that was worst case scenario. Is he gonna go after the Remoraid? Probably. Yeah. Well, that means no more draw for us. And now getting the combo going is gonna be really difficult. And by difficult I mean pretty much impossible. Okay, so I'm gonna play this guy. Then I'm going to Team Magma Secret Base. Then I'm going to find... I really wish my opponent had left the Remoraid alive, because that would have been really useful. I mean, I can get it back eventually. And now let's see. Can this Trainer's Mail find us something useful? It can. A Sycamore. Great. Okay. So we might not be out of this just yet. Damaging our Magikarp is really bad, but my opponent doesn't have a Decidueye in play yet, so that's good for us. If we play the Buddy-Buddy Rescue, we're not really helping out my opponent, which is good. And I actually... I actually get a pretty okay hand off of this. Probably going to lose a Magikarp next turn. You know, I'm gonna need 2 more Buddy-Buddy Rescues next turn. But I will have Octillery though, which is cool. And with 2 Magikarps, that's 150 damage, so I'll be 20 short. But with the Kukui, I might just need 1 Buddy-Buddy Rescue actually. I might just need the 1. Okay. So, should I attach the Lucky Helmet? No. I'm not going... Well... Okay, who do I sacrifice though? That's the question. The non-damaged Magikarp or the damaged one? I guess a damaged Magikarp. So I will just Kai return here. I will also have access to Shaymin, which is cool. And I have the DC, I have the dive ball for the Gyarados, so maybe I can make something happen here. My opponent does replace the stadium. We see another Eevee. No Decidueye though, which that's what we don't want to see. Here's a Jolteon, which is fine. And we see a Sycamore, yikes. So my opponent choosing to get the lightning weakness advantage on us. Even though with a DC he will always deal 120 damage. And he has his abilities, so there really was no need to do that. We don't see a Decidueye though, and that's a really key part here. That's a really key part. We don't see a Decidueye just yet. Ugh, please no Decidueye. My opponent doesn't find a Decidueye, that's gonna be awesome. There's a Dartrix. No Decidueye. No Decidueye, really? No Decidueye. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. Okay. Wow, he chooses not to attack. That's fine. Well, actually, no, that's not fine. That is actually not fine. I still need to find the Buddy-Buddy Rescue, I guess. That's okay. I think we can manage here. I'm gonna play the stadium. Well, yeah, that was a mistake. Whoops. It's fine though. It's fine. Well, I'm not sure if it was a mistake, but we'll see. So I just need 1 Buddy-Buddy Rescue or 2 Puzzle of Time. That's what I need here. So I'm gonna do this. I'm going to Abyssal Hand for 2 cards. And there's a Lucky Helmet. And a Professor Kukui. Okay. I'm gonna play the Professor Kukui. So now I really need to find the Magikarp. Or rather the Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Otherwise I'm in a lot of trouble. Okay, so I will attach the Lucky Helmet, I guess. And I'm gonna play an Ultra Ball. I'm gonna lose the DC, which I'm not a huge fan of. And I guess I go for the Gyarados. Simply because, yeah. Because that Magikarp is just not helping out. And now we Shaymin for 5 brand new cards. Come on, deck. Give me a Buddy-Buddy Rescue or at least a second Puzzle of Time. There's the Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Perfect. Now my opponent will get back an Espion, but that's totally fine. We do find 1 Puzzle of Time. We need the second one though, because we're gonna need potentially a DC for the next turn. Although we will also get 4 extra cards, which is great, and we already have the Gyarados. So full retaliation with the Kukui, that's 170 damage, that's just enough for the knockout. And we get back a DCE. And we get a special charge, I reckon. Do I need the special charge though? I mean, I can't see my discard pile, why not? Nor my opponents. Sycamore were good. I guess the Trainers Mail, just to try to get closer to a Buddy-Buddy Rescue, which we are probably going to need more than 1 of next turn. Depending on if my opponent gets the Decidueyes out or not. Or the second Puzzle of Time. Okay, versus Seeker for a Sycamore. So my opponent's just gonna dig really deep for the Decidueyes, which makes sense. Wow. For Espion, he has to have Decidueye now. He hasn't played a single Ultra Ball. He hasn't played down a single Decidueye. There's the first Ultra Ball, so yeah. It's just the good price trade-off we should be able to have usually. We're just not gonna get. 1 Decidueye means 1 prize guaranteed. The 20 damage on the Gyarados means 1 prize as well. There's the other Decidueye, so that's game. That is game, because we don't have Hex Maniac. So if we do bench 2 more Magikarp, then we immediately lose. So yeah, I'm gonna concede. Any Decidueye match is obviously really difficult, but we tried. We definitely tried. And the deck definitely started flowing really well. It's just that the Decidueye's abilities might as well be called anti-Gyarados ability, you know? Oh well. Okay, so hopefully we can get on the Decidueye match this time around. The Decidueye seems to be everywhere, in real life and online. We start Remoraid once again. So we have a 33% chance to start a non-Magikarp. Wow, we seem to be up against Volcanion, which should be a relatively easy match. Relatively easy. My opponent is going first though, which is not great. Which is not great. Okay. My opponent taking a really long time. Our hand is not that great though. And we get a Seeker, which definitely doesn't help. Trainers Mail. And we see an N. Okay, so hopefully we can draw a little bit differently. Just a little bit differently. Wow. Triple Buddy-Buddy Rescue might be the new triple versus Seeker. This is so bad. This is actually so bad. Our other hand was incredible compared to this one. I mean, wow. Triple Buddy-Buddy. Actual triple Buddy-Buddy Rescue. Oh, please end me. Please end me. Thank you so much, opponent. You are so kind to me. You are so kind. I just don't knock out my Remoraid and we are good. We can be friends. Okay, so we actually get an okay hand. We can Shaymin, we can Sycamore. Finding the one Escape Rope or the one Float Zone is going to be really difficult to retreat and KO. Not impossible, but I mean, I don't know if it's really worth it, because if we are patient enough, we should be able to like deal with Volcanion relatively easily. Okay, I'm gonna play down my Stadium. The extra damage on Shaymin doesn't really matter at all. Did I draw pass, or is this my first turn? No, this is my second turn, so I can grab Octillery, but there's no reason to. Okay, let's do check. However, the Escape Rope is there and the Float Stone is there. One DC is priced, so I probably should have attached the other DC. I will bench the Magikarp. I will evolve into Gyarados, and then I will Shaymin for 3 extra cards, and I will get 2 Berserkers off of those extra cards. I do find a Puzzle of Time, so I can play those. And what for? I don't know. Another Dive Ball, which is really weird, and another Trainer's Mail, I guess. The Dive Ball helps. I guess I will thin my deck just a little bit more with a Magikarp. Might have been better to go for the Octillery, actually. Ultra Ball. I guess I'm gonna get rid of the 2 first Seekers anyways, so might as well. I'll grab the Octillery, because now I need a DC. That's all. Well, I need a DC and an Escape Rope. So if I really want to go the extra mile here, I might as well use Abyssal Hand. And I don't. I do, however, find an Ultra Ball for the last Magikarp. Just thinning out my deck here. Thinning out my deck, increasing the odds of getting either the Escape Rope or the Float Stone off of these 7 cards, and the DCE. We do find the DCE. We do not, however, find the Float Stone or the Escape Rope, but there it is. So finally, we do hit it, and we get our, after the atrocious hand we seem to draw off of that N, our opponent gives us the N once again, and we get to full retaliation for 420 damage on turn 3 against a poor Volcanion EX. So yeah, I mean, no matter what was up there, as long as it hadn't been a Decidueye deck, we would have actually KO'd whatever was in front of us. So that's pretty sick, honestly. That's actually very sick. And that's why Gyarados is so good. I'm thinking about using Gyarados here. I was the only player in Mexico using the Decidueye, or not the only one. There are a couple more, but they weren't doing great. There is another League Cup next weekend, which I did just win this past Saturday, but I won with Umbreon. So I kind of want to shake things up a little bit. There's no Espeon, there's like a lot of Mewtwo, and there's a lot of... Okay, I don't know if I want to attach the TCE, or if I want to Sycamore. I guess I'll keep the Team Magma Secret base. And I will play this guy down. I will... Okay, my opponent can KO me really easily. I guess I should keep setting up. Yeah, I mean I can't get back energy and things, so I should not have grabbed the stadium though. That was a mistake. Wow. Wow. Triple Buddy-Buddy Rescue once again. Okay. Okay, friends. That's not cool, but we'll work on it. Okay. So for some reason attaching energy to Salamence-EX, trying to make his hand thinner. Please draw an N and use it. Please draw an N and use it. Here's a baby Volcanion. And Olympia, that's fine. And my opponent passes. So what can we draw here? Wow, a Gyarados. Okay, I will work with that. I was very lucky. And we do get the knockout here. We knock out anything that's not Salamence. Wow, I really can't Sycamore away all these Buddy-Buddy Rescues though. But if my opponent does decide to attack me, we will draw an extra 4 cards. I can Escape Rope here and use up an energy to retreat, and therefore get a KO on most likely the Shaymin-EX. Yeah, that's okay. That is definitely okay here. We can retreat. And we are already up 3 prize cards by turn 2. And even if my opponent does end me, thanks to the stadium we do get the knockout on the Shaymin, and even if we do get end to 3 cards, if Volcanion attacks into the Gyarados, we will be able to recover off of that. So we are good. There's the end. No more triple Buddy-Buddy Rescue, I guess. Our deck is still pretty big. Just take a look at that. 44 cards. But we find out Buddy-Buddy Rescue. We get a Kukui. And we even have an Ultra Ball. So... And we're gonna get 4 extra cards. Yeah, we should be good here. I'm sure the 4 extra cards will give us like a Versus Seeker or something. So the double Lucky Helmet is gonna come through for us. After we KO this Volcanion-EX, that's gonna be game. That's 100% gonna be game because my opponent has no energy on the field. Like, on anything that threatens us. That counter stadium is not good because of my mistake of grabbing the other stadium with the Trainers Mail. But we still have 4 Puzzle of Time. There's a knockout on the Gyarados. We do draw 4. 4 cards right there. And we get a Super Rod. Okay. We do get a Super Rod. So, what do we do here? I need to find another stadium. That's what I need here. I need to find another stadium. So I think the best odds of getting that is through the Sycamore, but we do have the Puzzle of Time. Although drawing a Puzzle of Time off of this Kukui is not very likely. Okay. I'm gonna Ultra Ball and discard the Octillery and the Lysandre. And off of that, I'm gonna grab a Remoraid. There's no Shaymin. I was really hoping to grab the Shaymin. There's 2 stadiums left. There's 3 Puzzle of Time still. So I'm tempted to use Kukui. I kinda am tempted. I'm gonna Buddy-Buddy Rescue for the Gyarados. I'm gonna Super Rod back him the other 2 cards, and I think I'm gonna Sycamore. Well, whoops, no, Gyarados. I might actually Kukui though. Nah, I really shouldn't Kukui. I really shouldn't. I'm gonna play the Puzzle of Time just to see what I would have drawn, but I'm gonna Sycamore. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I'm glad we're gonna Sycamore. We would not have hit the stadium or the second Puzzle of Time with the Kukui. And there's one more Puzzle of Time, but we need damage on our Carps, so I'm gonna pass. A Teammates would be nice as well, but we're not hitting either. Like, we're not hitting that either. Losing the second Puzzle of Time would not be great. We really need a stadium though. We really need a stadium. If my opponent retreats, or will he play an Escape Rope? I hope he retreats and attacks into my Lucky Helmet. That would be awesome. He's Sycamore, so no Lysandre. He did have Lysandre actually, and an energy to steam up. We do see a Max Elixir going to the damaged Volcanion for whatever reason. I mean, if it went to that Volcanion, wow, no steam ups, no nothing. That's fine. Okay, so we get an extra 2 cards, which is great if we had the freaking stadium, but we do not. If we had the stadium, this would actually be great, but we don't. So, I mean, we don't need too many resources. We do, however, need the stadium. I wish we had drawn another Puzzle of Time. Okay, so let's try and go for it. If we lose a DC, that's fine as well. There's nothing we can recover, and I don't want to discard Carps or Gyarados with the Dive Balls. So I'm just gonna Sycamore here. And I don't find the stadium, but I can find it through here. Double Puzzle of Time. Okay, I guess I'll grab one just in case I hit that once again. Yeah, just in case. And can I hit it? No. No stadium, nor the second Puzzle of Time. Darn it. I'll keep the verses. Okay, so now I'm gonna play the special charge. Put back those 2 energy. Now I can still use Octillery's ability, but I don't think it's worth it at this point. So I'm just gonna go full retaliation. I don't KO the Volcanion, that's fine. If he does KO me, I have the teammates. If he doesn't, I can Kukui easily, get that KO, go down to 2 prize cards, and then I should be set to knock out whatever I want, because my deck is getting a lot thinner, so I should be able to find either the other Puzzle of Time or the thing, the stadium. We do see an end, but we do have Octillery, so that's fine. We do lose a couple of crucial cards, but what are you gonna do there? Okay. So here we can just freely Sycamore, which is okay too. Kukui means we deal 100 damage, so we would be 10 short of a knockout. We should get a clean Sycamore though. We should get a clean Sycamore. Well, and we actually get, unless my opponent plays the Escape Rope, should be able to hit a clean. Okay. So we're gonna lose the Gyarados here. That's okay. Like, my opponent still has to KO 4 more Pokemon. 5 with this one, so we are good here. We are actually really good. We can replace the Gyarados so easily. So easily. There's still 2 Buddy-Buddy Rescues, there's still Magikarps. Okay, I guess I'll promote the Octillery just because I have the Floatstone. I will top deck a Buddy-Buddy Rescue, that's cool. My opponent grabs Shaymin, I will grab the Magikarp. I will bench it. No stadium unfortunately, but I will do that, and now I can either Sycamore or use the ability first. I feel like I should use the ability first. Maybe I could get a Teammates instead. Ugh. That was the worst combination of cards possible. Wow. That was actually terrible. Uh-oh. I should have Sycamored. If I Sycamore right now, I lose all my Puzzle of Time. That, man. That was really bad. That was a really bad Abyssal hand. I'm gonna go for it. Is there something I can knock out? No, there's not. I just need 1 Magikarp and 1 Stadium. That's all I need here. And it's just not gonna happen. Can I? 4 cards. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay. So finally we get that. The stadium was just mocking us. Okay, we should be good here now though. We really should be. We're gonna go down to 1 prize card. Sure, we're gonna lose the Gyarados. It's no big deal. Our prize cards include Teammates, Ultra Ball, and Shaymin. So we can grab 2 of those, the best ones we can try to get. Well, the best ones that work for us. So I will retreat, I will promote. That's 180 damage, just enough. Now I should, I think, get the Teammates and the Shaymin. I think that's my play here. I do think that is my play. So I'm gonna go full retaliation, get the knockout, and get the Teammates, because if my opponent does end me and KO me, I have an extra Teammates. And Shaymin, my deck is so thin that it's very likely I get it. If you Lysandre KOs Octillery, then we have the Teammates, like then we KO anything we want. We can just Lysandre KO a baby Volcanion. Yeah, like there's no way we lose. If he plays the end, we have Octillery, so we recover. So yeah, and there's absolutely no way we lose at this point in time. There's 1 Verseeker. Is it gonna be the end? I would imagine so. No, it's gonna be the Lysandre. Okay. On to the Magikarp. That's fine. We have the Buddy-Buddy Rescue. We have the teammates in case he does counter Stadium. So we are good here. We are absolutely good. He does counter Stadium. That's fine. We have our 4th Stadium in the deck. We know that already. And especially our price cards are face up, so we know what's not priced. And he deals 130 damage to a 10 HP remaining Magikarp. So now, we even top deck this, okay. So we just teammates, we grab the Stadium, and that's really all we needed. Okay, let's deal maximum damage, shall we? So I'll Buddy-Buddy Rescue, because just to make it so that my opponent doesn't concede. And we can deal a ton of damage. A ton of damage. Here's the Carp. And so let's do this quickly. Stadium. Magikarp. Magikarp. Knockouts. So yeah, I mean the game did seem to get a little bit complicated at times, but we got a strong start. Even despite the triple Buddy-Buddy Rescue in the beginning, and after a couple of hits, excuse me, we were able to pull through and win what should pretty much always be an auto win for this deck. So with this, we are going to conclude Gyarados. Let me check to see how my friend Tyler is doing, and Tyler gets 10th place. So the 10th place Gyarados list is the one we just featured. I'm not sure if it was due to resistance or what, but he did get 10th place. So Gyarados definitely still viable. This list is really good, and I'm using this account and not the demo one simply because I don't have the cards for Gyarados in the other account. I don't have the stadiums. So, and without the stadiums, you really can't play the Gyarados. But yeah, please leave a like on the video if you can, guys. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And I don't know if you guys are like hearing things about YouTube, but YouTube seems to be losing a lot of commercial content purchasers or whatever. So revenue is going down for a lot of us content creators. So if you can consider supporting through other means such as Patreon, or simply by not running ad block on the channel, that would be amazing. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow for more TCG action. Bye bye.